You got me wanting to want you, but I don't think you like me like that.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Horchatamamita back with another video, and today we're gonna talk about signs that you are moving in the right direction slash in your purpose, right? I feel like an important distinction that has been made, just like in terms of like social media and just society, I guess, is the difference between living and being alive. You know, like those are two different things. Like, and I'll break that down for you. Obviously, I'm alive, right? Like I'm breathing, my heart is beating, like physically I exist, I'm here on this earth. But that's different than experiencing life fully. Basically, not letting life pass you by and like taking control of your life and navigating it actively. You know, I think those are two different things. One thing that's really important in just like living a fulfilling life, again, living your life, not just being alive, is moving in purpose. I feel like recently, just like where I have been in my life, like I've felt like I am moving in my purpose. I feel like the universe has been affirming me that I have been moving in my purpose. I have been moving in the right direction. I have been following my calling, and just like I do spiritually feel like I'm very connected, very in tune with myself, and I do believe in energy, and I do believe that the universe, God, I don't want to say rewards, right? Because it's not like punishment or reward. I think it affirms you, and God affirms you when you are moving in the direction that you need to in life, you know, in a direction that's meant for you. And so when I say like you're being rewarded, you're being affirmed, I mean, it's not black or white for me, right? It's not like, okay, again, you're either being punished or something really good is going to happen because you are moving in the right direction. Like, for example, I don't think that because something bad happens to you, it always means that you're not doing what you're supposed to in life. Like, I don't think it's like that black or white, where it's like something's either like a direct consequence of your decisions or a reward when it comes to your decisions. Sometimes it can be someone else's consequence. Sometimes it can be someone else's reward. Like, you know, it's more complex than that, but like there are a few signs that you are moving in the right direction, and few ways in which God and like the universe is affirming you and is basically rewarding you for moving in your purpose. I think one thing that happens when you are moving in the right direction in life is just like feeling like you're in a space where things are coming to you, like where you are attracting things and you're not even looking for them. Like, I'm gonna use love as an example, right? Like, we talk about dating, we talk about like finding the one. Oftentimes we say like it comes to you when you aren't looking. You know, like the second you stop looking, the second you start focusing on yourself and like really just like locking in and like grounding yourself in your energy is when your person pops up. Like that's often the story. And so I think just like that applies to your love life, I think it also can apply to other things in life. And I've heard this before. It kind of like speaks to like a lot of, you know, my other videos and what I say there, but like when you force something, sometimes you want it so bad. And sometimes you're pushing for it so much that you're pushing it away. And so you're not leaving it room to exist. You're not leaving it room to just like brew. And my acting coach even used an example of just like when you're watering a plant and you're yelling at the plant after you water it, like, why aren't you fucking growing? That's not gonna make the plant grow. It's like yelling at a child for not listening. And obviously this conversation can take a different turn, but like my point is you can't yell at something that isn't ready to receive what you're giving it. Ooh, man, that was too strong. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a child. The child doesn't know what they're doing. Like, they're learning. They need time. Some things that you're trying to teach them now, they're not ready to receive. They're not ready to learn that at this point in their life. Maybe one day it'll click for them. That happens with a lot of us, right? Like, you hear your mom tell you, like, growing up, don't do this. Keep this in your back pocket. Like, beware. And it might not make sense for most of your life. You might be like, bro, you're tripping. Like, you're overthinking it. It's not that deep. One day it clicks for you. It's like, oh wait, that's why my mom said what she said. Like, it's similar to that. And so basically what I'm trying to say is sometimes we want something so bad, especially if we're like a little delusional. We love dreaming and just like aspiring for things. Like, we are firm about what we want. And we know what we want. It's hard to like let go of that idea and just keep it as an idea. And there's a spiritual element to this too, and just like releasing control and like, you know, allowing things to happen as they're meant to. But even aside from that, it's just like generally when you decide to let something exist as it's supposed to, you allow it to actually become what it's supposed to. And you, in turn, releasing that control, like you allow things to come to you. Important thing is like making sure that like you're focusing on yourself enough where like you are getting yourself to the point where you're ready to attract the things that you want. Again, let's go back to like the acting example. I want to be an actress, right? I want to be on the big screen. And I'm frustrated because I'm like, I need to be like on the big screen. Like I need to be casted for this big production. Me trying to force that instead of being like, okay, what can I do now to step into that? Like before I even get that role, that's setting myself up for failure. Because even if I do get like a quick opportunity, like who says it's going to be sustainable? And that's the question of like, do you want this as like a quick thing just to say I experienced it from an ego? Or is this the lifestyle that I want? Is this something bigger? Is this something that I want to sustain? If you want something more sustainable, you need to move in that direction. And as long as you're doing that in time, you are attracting that for yourself. One day, again, it's a matter of timing. One day that will come for you. One day you're in a space to receive it. Going back to what I was initially saying, like when you stop searching, when you allow things to come as they mean to come, obviously you're moving with attention and you can be like, okay, I want this thing and I can somewhat act on it. You can say that like 100%. Like that doesn't mean be complacent and not do anything, right? Don't be passive and just be like, oh, one day it's going to happen. No, obviously you have to start moving in that direction now. But it's like when you actually start doing those things to move in that direction, to walking your purpose, that's when things will more easily come to you. And it will feel lighter when it does come to you. That's another part of it. Like sometimes when you're forcing something so much, it feels so heavy. Like it feels like, oh, like why is it so hard? Why is every part of this so hard? Why does it feel like I'm fighting for my life, like trying to get this thing to happen? Because it's not meant to come right now. And like, again, you're not leaving it room to breathe. And when you are leaving it room to breathe, it feels lighter when it actually does come. You're not going to war trying to get this thing. So yeah, it feels easier. It feels more effortless. And another thing that I've noticed too, again, speaking from experience, like, is that when you are moving in the right direction and it feels like you're more aligned with your purpose, obviously generally feels lighter, but also like challenges feel more energizing. They feel more like opportunities rather than like obstacles. I feel like even the word obstacle, it just sounds heavy versus like, this is literally a chance for me to grow. Like this is a chance for me to learn. Do you know how different that feels? Oh my gosh, it's an opportunity for me to learn a lesson. Like this is an opportunity for me to grow closer to the person that I want to be, to my dream girl, you know, like versus, oh, this is so hard. Like, how am I going to do this? Am I built for this? Like just doubt and fear and anxiety. Like those are two different feelings. It's harder to actually do something when it feels hard, you know? And I've already talked about this again in previous videos, but when you're aligning with your purpose, you understand that everything that is happening is for a reason. It's either supposed to be like a blessing or it's supposed to be a lesson. This is just good. This is something that I was meant to experience and bask in, or like this might be a little difficult. It might not even difficult because again, we're trying to reframe, but like this might be a little challenging, you know, this might be new, but this is something that will make me better. This is something that will really just like level me up in whatever way, you know, like there's a lesson here. And I think that when you begin seeing more opportunities in things rather than, again, seeing the difficulty in them, is an implication of like, wow, I am moving in the right direction. When you're doing things that like aren't intentional, when they don't align with your purpose, like they feel 10 times harder because like, why am I doing this, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it feels different. When you understand the intention behind what you're doing and it aligns with like what you want in life, it feels so much different. If you're going to work and there's zero connection to your purpose, obviously also depends on like whether or not you as a person need that, right? Because like a lot of people find purpose outside of their job. But for example, if you're a person that you need your job to somewhat fulfill you and help you like move in the direction of your purpose, and you're going to work and it doesn't do that for you, you're not going to want to get up every day. Like you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Like, and we've all had that job. We've all had that job. Again, it's fine if you feel that way if that's not something that you need to find purpose in. But like, if that is something that you desire and you're going to work and you don't feel like that does that for you, you don't feel like it does align with your purpose and what you want in life, like there's going to be more difficulty because it's like, this thing feels so hard. Like, why do I have to keep waking up every morning and doing this? It sucks. It's miserable, you know? Versus like, if you know, like, this thing that I'm doing, it really will help me move forward. It will help me evolve in a way where I'm moving closer to my dream life. I am aligning with what I was meant to do on this earth. Like, that feels a lot lighter and it feels more energizing. It becomes a matter of like, not how do I do this? Like from a place of heaviness, but like, how do I do this? From a place of curiosity. Like, how can I make the most of this opportunity? How can I like evolve in this thing? How can I evolve in my role? How can I evolve in, you know, writing poetry? If this is something that aligns with my purpose on this earth, you know, like something that I've noticed is that when you're moving in the right direction, things that you visualize start manifesting for you. Like your desires become true. Like there have been a handful of situations recently, and everybody who knows me, they're probably fucking tired of hearing this, because I am like shook by how many times this has happened to me recently. But like, I'll literally think something, and someone said it was called like, let me fact check it, but synchronicity. Yeah, I was told it was called synchronicity, but basically it's like I would have these thoughts and like lo and behold, somehow they have manifested into something that has happened. I'll give you guys a few examples. Like I was talking about potentially hitting somewhere up in my past trip, like hitting a spot up. Someone completely unrelated, like outside of that conversation, was like, oh, we should hit this up. That's one situation. I was gonna go get coffee and catch up with a friend, and we were trying to figure out where to go. Literally, as I was about to type the place that I was thinking to her, she literally sent me a message saying, hey, have you heard of this place? And it was the exact same place. And just a bunch of signs. Like, I'll be thinking about someone or talking about someone, and they'll like pop up somehow, or like their name will pop up, or it's just weird. Like I was talking to my close friend about like her move, because she's gonna move sometime soon, and she was like, oh, she made this comment, and I have to give you the example like verbatim so you understand how crazy this is. But she made this comment as we're like turning a corner, and she's like, oh, like I think we see an apartment there, and I'm like, oh, would you like consider this place? And she was like, yeah, like I honestly just don't want to just move around the corner. Literally, we turned a corner, there is a spot that says the corner. There's literally a brick wall in front of us that says the corner. Y'all, I can't make this shit up. Like, do you see what I'm saying? So like, there have been plenty of examples where this has happened recently. And I'm like, I feel like when you manifest the things that you're thinking, that means you're so in tune with yourself. You're so in tune with like, again, your purpose. Like those are like affirmations that like you're aligning right now. And not even on some like, I have some superpowers or anything. I don't believe that that's the case, but like, I just think it's unexplainable that these things are happening. And I happen to be at a point where I'm like focusing on myself, and I really feel like I'm in alignment. I realized that like things that I had talked about like earlier this year have come true. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like the power of the tongue, like the power of the mind. Like, again, you manifest more when you are locked in, when you're moving with intention. And yeah, like I think other signs have just been like waking up more energized, like feeling excited about like opportunities, like asking yourself like, oh my gosh, like what can I accomplish today? Not even on some like, let me check some things off the list, but like, again, what can I do today to move closer to what I was meant to do on this earth, and like what will fulfill me, and like the dreams that I have for myself. Being in that mental state, I think helps you just become more like intuitive and like have a stronger gut feeling about things. Like essentially you're in a more grounded place, right? Like I think anyone could just do anything. And mind you, this is not me all the time, and that doesn't mean I don't, you know, slip up, or I'm imperfect. But generally, I feel like when you're operating from a place of intention and you're trying to be very in tune with yourself, with your inner voice, with what you need, like all these things, your gut feeling becomes stronger, because it's like Maybe it just feels louder because you're used to listening to yourself a little bit more. It's not like you're just passively doing shit just to do it. Like, no, you're thinking about what you're doing. You're like asking, does this thing add value to me? Like, what is this doing for me? Not just like, let me just do it because why not? Like, I've noticed that that has also like shown up for me as I've been like moving closer to my like purpose. And lastly, I think just like having this greater sense of release and just like detachment. And mind you, I'm in a season of my life where that's something that I'm really, really challenging myself to work on, like exercise a bit more and just like enjoying the journey more and like being in love with the process, not just being so result focused. Because like when you're doing all the things in alignment with you and your highest self, like there's no reason to like hyperfixate on like the results, you know? And easier said than done, especially again when you're a perfectionist and like overachiever and you grew up basing your worth off of your like your milestones. Like it's easier said than done, but like at the end of the day, when you know that like, hey, like these things are fulfilling on a deeper level, like these are things that I feel called to do and I'm doing them. You're doing things for the sake of doing them, like the enjoyment of just doing them. There's less pressure to like get certain results or like, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm saying it like it's easy. It's not easy, but it's not easy. It's simple, you know? And I think it becomes or feels easier when, once again, like you're very in tune with yourself and like what you need and what you feel like you're made to do. Because if I feel like I'm made to act, yes, I might want to be an actress. Yes, I might actress, I'm saying as an A-list celebrity. Even then, it's like I am an actress. I am an actress because I act. I'm an influencer because I influence, even on a micro scale. Like if I am promoting a product and people like it and I have that effect and I feel like, oh wow, like I've made an impact where like I can influence someone to purchase something because of my review or whatever. I'm an influencer. I'm an actor. I'm a poet. I'm all these things before I get this big accolade. Like it's not just dependent on that. And I think that's what I'm saying. Like when you trust that like, hey, I was meant to do this. I was meant to write poetry. I was meant to influence. I was meant to act. I was meant to whatever it is, fill in the blank. Like that is independent of what that actually looks like. It's independent of whether or not that means I'm going to be on the big screen in 2 years. Like I'm still moving in purpose. I'm still in alignment. And so there's less pressure there. And I think that's really what it comes down to. Like I'm no longer obsessed with like the result and like the outcome, the title or whatever, because I understand that like I'm worthy, I'm lovable. All of these things exist and I'm doing what I'm meant to do and I'm becoming who I'm meant to become outside of these things, outside of these goals, outside of like the logistics of like what that could look like and what I dream of it to look like, you know? So I feel like I talked about a lot of abstract things this video, but like hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. I think to wrap it up, like when you are in alignment, when you're moving in the right direction, when you are following your purpose, things feel lighter, things feel easier. It's not like you're like the puppet master, like you're trying to like scramble, trying to put pieces together. It's bigger than you. 1, 2, all you can do is focus on the things that are calling you. And as long as you're doing that, like there will be abundance, like energy will be flowing, positivity will be flowing, the blessings will be flowing. Like again, God and the universe will affirm you that, hey, you're going in the right direction because like this doesn't feel heavy anymore. And you don't have to fight for this. It flows to you. It gravitates towards you because of how like magnetic your energy is as you're like moving towards your purpose. Like, you operate from a high vibration when you are following your purpose. And so, yeah, y'all, hopefully like that wasn't like a lot to process, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you do like this video, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Bye.
I might as well get on with it and move on to the next. But if we're being real, that's just not my style.